Hey guys, welcome to the Collector's Table Live. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. If we have any watching today,
we got a lot watching.
Actually, I think we got like 2 or 3 girls that I can think of that watch us, but not as much as the guys.
But do you think they're moms?
Maybe.
I guess so. Why not?
Moms
could be weird too.
Yeah. You guys doing anything for Mother's Day today?
It's not Mother's Day over here.
It's not Mother's Day over there, huh?
No.
How you doing, Jason? Thanks for joining us today, man.
No problem. Very well. Thank you for the invite, guys. Always nice.
As everybody can see, we traded up for Kevin. He has no commitment to the show, and we traded him for
no commitment, Kevin. No, we're just kidding. Kevin's
You're out, Kev. You're out of the band.
So Jason, how you been, man? I'm digging the background like usual. Check out all those cool pieces, man. Lord of the Rings, Jungle Hunter.
Yeah. We got, I don't know if you can see, I've not got the LEDs on, but the big chap there.
Yeah.
Terminator, and then some more Lord of the Rings over there.
That's the old school.
I don't know if you'll pick this up, but I've got stuff up on my shelves now as well.
Yeah.
Nice.
I like that. Hey, let me see those floating shelves again. I kind of like that style.
They give me anxiety. I know they're into a beam. I get it. It just gives me anxiety.
No, I like that. I've been looking for stuff for my smaller pieces, so I might look into something that's similar. But
I started buying the Weta miniature stuff, and it's just like the handy plate. And I love the Predator busts on there that came with him because they were just on the floor.
Yeah, the Weta stuff is so good, man. Especially their 1/6 scale stuff. It's so good. We're actually going to be talking a little bit about their stuff today. Music here. So today, guys, we're going to be, just so everybody that's watching, we got people still trickling in. We're going to be talking about customs today. We're going to talk about what's going on in the world of customs. We're going to talk about what it means to you guys. Is it going to change your buying habits? It's going to change how you think about it. Is it going to change a lot of things? And then we're also going to cover some pictures, just the usual stuff. We're going to have a little fun Sunday and kind of hang out. For anybody that's not hanging out with mom yet, catch a little show in the morning. So, all right, let's say what's up to the guys in the chat real quick. We got Jonas. What's going on, Jonas? Nice to always see you. My man, the nice guy. Nice to see you. Alan Kiefer, always nice seeing you. Who else we got in here? Ledge.
What's up, Ledge?
Nice to see you, Ledge. Oh, this is a new name I haven't seen before. Barefoot on Bricks. Good afternoon from the sunny UK. Yeah. Let me tell you, I always said it. It will fuck up your day if you step on a Lego. It's painful. You ever step on a Lego before? It kills your feet.
I've got stacks upstairs.
All right, what else we got here? Mitch, what's going on, Mitch? Passing through. No problem, Mitch. Nice seeing you. Knight, my man, always catching the lives. If not, he's always catching the replays. We already set this up to the Ledge. Shane, the Dark Lord, pulling double duty. My man, Crippler, what's up, Crip? Time to take a seat at the table. Pull up a chair, my friend. What else we got here? Northern Monkey, what's up? How you doing? What did Adam do to K-Fet? I locked him in a cage. He wasn't acting right, so I'll let him out.
I told you guys this is the real Adam.
I'm kidding. No, he's wrapped up with some Mother's Day stuff today, which a lot of us probably are. So it's all good. We're going to still have the show and truck on. I am going to pull up some stuff. You guys can talk here for a second. Give me 1 second to pull up some pictures.
So, Jason, what was the last piece you got in?
Got in. Well, I've actually got there's one now. It was probably the Prime One Studios Witch King of Angmar.
Oh yeah,
which is over there in the corner.
Oh, I love that fucking piece, man.
I know it is good. Apart from the shitty base, it is really good. Apart from that, but I have actually got Lord of the Ring collectors will know Mike Shea, who makes custom pieces. Fitting makes custom Lord of the Ring pieces. 1:1 accurate. I've actually got something from him, but unfortunately, I don't know why, but when it comes from America and it comes like from a Joe Blogs in the street as opposed to a company, it has to sit in customs for about 2 weeks, which I didn't realise, but apparently it does. I have to wait for them to send me a code, and then I have to get in touch with them with this code, and that releases it to me. So at the moment, I'm kind of waiting for that. So that will be hopefully here this week. But I didn't realise it dragged on for quite as long as it does. It doesn't just get delivered like, say, Prime One stuff or stuff from a company where it just arrives. It gets caught up.
Let me ask you, that piece, is it mixed media or is it fully sculpted?
No, it's fully sculpted. It's fully sculpted.
It is, eh? So it's not like a Sauron.
No, it's the Sauron, the Prime One Sauron. It's only the cape they didn't sculpt.
Right.
Everything else on it is sculpted. No, I said on my review, in all fairness, Prime One do clothing well.
They do.
It does seem to be one of their strong points. They do clothing well.
They do a lot of stuff well. They do so much stuff well.
The only thing they don't do well is pricing, really.
Yeah. I mean, that was $1,500 with the Fell Beast. So I didn't think that was too extortionate, personally.
That's not, but Prime One is notorious for having high prices.
They are. Yeah, their quality is really
great.
Is really high, but at the same time,
I think there's worse. I think there's worse.
Yeah. The Prime One, it's like every now and then they'll teeter over the line and be like, all right, we're going like way out the box on this one. But for the most part, their stuff is pricey, but you can also say,
well, don't forget that. I mean, that Berserker behind me there, that was 650 quid.
Yeah, but how long ago did that come out? When was that released? 2 years, 3 years ago?
No. Crikey, Sauron was barely 2 years ago. Probably about 12 months ago, maybe.
Okay,
maybe 12, 14 months.
You think that Jungle Hunter was overpriced? I think it was overpriced by a couple $100, but not by a crazy amount. You know?
See, the issue I've got when we don't have to buy these things, and I don't really I don't bother talking about it too much now because we don't have to buy them, so we know they're going to be expensive. We know they don't serve any bloody purpose other than the satisfaction we get from the ownership.
Yeah.
So if it's $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, I'm single. I don't have to explain it to anyone. But if I had a missus, I know I'd have a battle on my hand. You know what I mean?
Yeah. All right, guys, we're going to move on to the first topic. We're actually going to cover a topic first, and then we'll move on to some pictures. So I wanted to talk about this. A lot of people probably, if you don't know by now, it's been in some discussions on some other channels. NYC making an abrupt departure from the custom community. This is something that was pretty catastrophic for a lot of people because they were getting into vehicles and ships and obviously all Star Wars related stuff, but they were a custom group. They weren't licensed. Okay. So there's a lot of theories about, what happened. And, obviously they got caught or someone noticed and they got some kind of cease and desist or something. I don't know, but they're not in business anymore. They're not in business anymore. And this happened to be on a day that we were thinking we were going to get a lot of cool new shit. And it was on May the 4th.
Not the May the 4th we wanted.
Yeah.
Definitely not the May the 4th Michael wanted.
Right. Michael is, a lot of people know Michael. He didn't really show his face too much for obvious reasons. However you feel about customs, whether you like them or not, NYC was a fantastic company and they constantly sold out of everything in minutes. Okay, especially their spaceships, and their vehicles. So I want to open up the discussion here a little bit. I'm not sure if you guys already heard. I'm assuming you guys both already heard the news. But what does this mean? What does this mean to custom groups? Do they need to be a little bit more careful now? Will you stop buying customs? I'll give you an example. I had some stuff on order with NYC. I don't know if I'm getting my money back now. I don't know. Now, this is obviously a very common thing in the custom world, but let me ask you guys this. Do you think this is going to become something that's going to become more frequent, or is this something that's always been happening? I'll give the floor to Jason first, since he's our guest. Jason, what do you got?
I mean, I had one NYC piece on pre-order, which was the Imperial Shuttle, which unfortunately I cancelled, which I've already chatted to you guys backstage with. going on with my collection. And all I'll say is that Michael got in touch with me, and he managed not only to sell my pre-order to someone else, but I got all my money back, including the deposit. So I was even though I've never actually owned an NYC piece, I was very sad to see this, because he's clearly a very nice guy and very passionate, and I know it's extremely popular. So, but at the same time, I think he worded it himself that success can bring a whole new level of problems, which clearly it did. And on the flip side of that, somebody asked me to do a video on this, actually, which I haven't done yet because I've been busy. But on the flip side of that, I can also see it from, as a YouTuber, you sort of get into it when you get demonetized because you've used a bit too much footage or something like that, because it's all licensed. And, I do Lord of the Rings videos. I like to put little bits of Lord of the Rings in there. And I've found that if anything over 12 seconds, you're going to get demonetized. So at the same time, I can appreciate that someone has designed this and paid for it, and it's theirs. And if you want it, you've got to pay for it. So I can, as sorry as I am to see anything happen to any custom company, because I do like them, and I think it's great for the hobby. I can see it from both sides as well, that somebody designed a Y-wing and somebody paid for it and it belongs to somebody else. And unfortunately, if you're only doing two or three or four, they're probably going to turn a blind eye to it. But if, like you said yourself, if you're selling out within 2 or 3 minutes and you're selling hundreds, their tolerance is probably going to run out.
So you mean
because you're going to get the attention as well. That's the other thing. I don't think it necessarily came from there. I think competition, who are maybe licensed, got a little upset by it.
So you're saying like the intellectual property, you could see it from both sides because they own the intellectual property and now someone else is creating and using their design. So you can kind of see both sides of the.
Well, yeah, technically it belongs to somebody else, doesn't it? It's like it or lump it. Everybody's in the same boat. Nobody's exempt from it. We all buy Prime One, Queen Studios, and whatever, and we pay higher price because we have to pay our chunk of the licensing fee. Mm-hmm. Same, even buying Lego. I collect Star Wars Lego. It's always more expensive than bog standards Lego because it's Star Wars licensed. Yeah. Like I said before, I just want to clarify, I hate to see companies like NYC fold, but he said it himself, success brought about the end because you become too big and too noticeable, and unfortunately, it's the law, and it's a global law, and there's no getting around it.
Mm-hmm. If you hate to see them go out of business, why'd you report them?
Well, I personally wouldn't. I think it's.
You don't say that here.
But the thing is, if you're someone that's making Star Wars craft and you are licensed and it's costing you a lot more because you're having to pay the licensing.
It's not
business is business, isn't it? If you've got competition who's doing it cheaper, and as horrible as it is, as backstabbing as you want to call it, business is backstabbing. Business is cutthroat. That's
100%.
That's what it is, and you shouldn't get into it if you're not prepared to. At some point, you're going to probably face that. You need to have something in place. So I wish him all the best, and I hope he can continue doing something else. But I wasn't I was saddened by it, but I wasn't surprised by it.
You weren't surprised, right?
Not really. No, I thought it would come eventually. Most of the other commission pieces that you see, I've mentioned one now, they keep it very, very tiny edition sizes, barely 10.
How many things have you ordered from NYC? Have you had multiple pieces or just a couple? Or
I literally just got around to ordering my first one, and my friends offered me the Y-Wing, which sadly I've turned down because, like I said to you guys, obviously now everything for me is prioritised by the quarter scale case troll. Everything else takes a back seat now. But for me, the favourite one was the NYC Y-Wing. I loved that ship as a kid. I loved it because it was a bit shit. It looked a bit crap. I could just picture Y-Wing pilots going, "Oh, why can't I have an X-Wing? Why have I got that piece of bollocks?" But
Yeah.
I liked it because it looked like an old World War II aircraft. It looked like it had got an
Oh, it
oil
was
leak.
cool. I just sold mine. I had mine and I sold it to Rashid, but we're going to talk about that in a little bit. But yeah,
but I loved it. I absolutely that would have been my number one. I'd have had that before the Millennium Falcon. I've had it before an X-Wing, and I was offered it. But like I said to my mate in the UK, he offered me his, and I said I can't, mate, because I've got to prioritise what's coming. There will not be another quarter scale cave troll. It will not be done, and that's my number one. That's my number one.
So
I
Shane,
can't wait to see that piece.
Shane, let me ask you this: you're I know you're obviously a big Star Wars fan. I think I was influenced at least by just looking at your stuff, and I started getting into Star Wars. I know that you did some, you had some NYC pieces and stuff like that. You're recently actually selling one. We'll show that picture here in a little bit. But what is your thought process on the customs as a whole, and what do you think about this whole thing with NYC and how it unfolded?
So I think Jason hit the nail on the head. Customs are made to fill a void that licensed company won't give us, or that they're handcuffed by either licensors who want it a certain way or won't let different versions or variants or things out, or actors or whatever. They just can't get the rights, like maybe a McFarlane thing or, with Spawn. So customs fills that void. But on the flip side, I do understand for companies who pay money, they own the rights, the trademark, whatever, for everything. And these other guys just kind of piggyback. Customs is no different than when you used to download from Pirate Bay or LimeWire, when you download movies illegally. It's the same shit. Everyone's done it. Well, not everyone, but most people have done it. But it's technically illegal. So, it is. I understand why they got shut down. It's unfortunate. Michael's a great guy. I've followed NYC for years. I got a few pieces, and it really sucks. They produce some real quality stuff, but I get it. I completely get it. And as far as do I think it's going to be a trend? Over the years, customs have been shut down before for multiple reasons. Not a vast majority of them, but there have been some people who've been around, they know. And I think this is, in my opinion, this is just one example of someone getting too big, catching the wrong person's attention. And that's what happened. Who knows? Maybe someone even ratted them out. Who the hell knows, right? We're speculating. But I don't think this is going to be the axe coming down on all customs. No. I think this is the axe coming down on customs who get too big.
You've been in the custom world for a long time. And let me ask you this. Does this happen often? Is this something that, or it periodically happens, but it's not something?
I know of a couple of companies
that
got shut down.
You said what now?
I know of one or two that got shut down over the last, 8 years or something.
So
there's probably more, but that's what I know, like, specifically.
Yeah, but I would say you have a lot of custom pieces. I would say that you would probably know more than the average person because you're very heavy into the custom world. You watch it. So I would say you would have a good idea of, over the years that you've been collecting, which is a long time, of about how many that you've seen get shut down. So that being said,
5% or less.
Yeah, that being said, right? My opinion, I liked NYC. I think Michael was a great guy. I think he was a very reputable guy. I think he was a very understanding guy. If you had an unfortunate event and you had to offload something, we were just talking to Jason about how he got a lot of his money or all his money back. So, which is kind of rare in the statue community. You know what I mean? Licensed or unlicensed. A lot of people don't like giving deposits back and it's understandable. You tied up a statue where other
what
people.
What a deposit is.
Right. That's it. The whole purpose of a deposit.
That's right.
This might not be a popular opinion. What I think happened to Michael, based off it, I think Shane kind of answered our question inadvertently when he said he's only seen it happen once or twice. I think somebody ratted him out. I think it was probably maybe another statue company or a retailer or somebody. And they probably didn't like the fact that he was in the same area, that they were in the same kind of intellectual property that they were selling. And maybe they were licensed. And they're like, hey, this guy is selling unlicensed stuff and he's dipping into my category. So or my space. So I understand that from a business perspective, right? Jason, I think somebody said it in the chat. Jason did hit it on the head. Okay. It's not surprising, but I think Michael got snitched out. Now on the other side, if he did, I think that's bullshit. That's just me. Because here's the honest thing for me as a collector. I understand business. I understand how cutthroat it is. I am in business. I have a business. I work for another business. So I understand how cutthroat it could be. People will stand on your back and put your face in the mud to climb to the top. That's just the way the business world is. But I'm not in the business. I'm not in the statue business world. So I can give a shit where it comes from. I like customs. Okay. I got one sitting there. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is that I just think, is it shitty? A lot of people were saying, hey, maybe he should have just went legit, and maybe he should have. I don't know if it was something he was pursuing and said, hey, look, guys, I can make these amazing pieces for you. Give me a license and let me sell it legit. That would be like a dream for a lot of us because he wouldn't have to hide to do it, right?
But the prices would be a lot higher.
Yeah, the prices would accelerate.
It probably would be a lot higher. But when you get into the custom world, right? If you're a guy that's starting customs, you're walking into a world where you know that this day will come eventually. You know what I mean? It's eventually going to come. And if it doesn't for a lot of people, there's some custom guys that we know personally that have been doing it for over 15 years. They've been doing it for a long time, right? So what we decided to do on this channel, okay, and we had a discussion about it, me, Kevin, and Shane, is that we are no longer going to mention these companies' names. We're just going to talk about the piece. And if you want to support a project, or if you want to be part of a crowdfunding project, then you'll contact us personally, and we don't mind sharing that information with you.
For a fee.
For a fee, no. There's no fee. Maybe for Shane. But no, seriously. I mean, and Shane knows a lot about this stuff, right? I just think, it is not our job to be the judge and jury of everything. We like pieces that are being made that other statue companies that are licensed that are not doing. That's not our problem. We want cool pieces. And if we ask for them all the time and you don't make them, then it's like you're inadvertently creating these custom groups to go against you because you're not making them. Whether that's your fault or not, it's irrelevant. It doesn't matter. I know that sounds kind of cold, but we're collectors.
There is the flip side looking at it as well, which I did this on a video some time ago where it was actually aimed at somebody give me a bit of stick about paying for some Prime 1 piece that they considered to be overpriced. That's fine. We were chatting about Prime 1. Yeah. But I said the way I look at it is if I'm buying something from Prime 1, I like to think, and I think it's almost certainly is the case, that a big chunk of my money is invested back into Prime 1's company where they can go and get new licenses. They can make new pieces. They can pursue the pieces that haven't been done yet. And we've only got to look at the previous next level showcase where Prime 1 revealed all these new pieces that they're doing that have barely been done before. And, so there is that side of things. It is that sort of recirculation of the money within the licenses themselves.
Yeah.
Almost security, really, kind of.
Yeah. I don't like seeing this kind of stuff happen. Is it, here, let me ask you guys the question again. Okay. So is it wrong? Is it wrong if you want to buy a custom? Well, let me backtrack. Is it wrong for a guy, in your personal opinion, if he owns a company or a retailer or a statue company, to rat out another company? I say rat. Report.
Is it wrong?
Another company. Yeah. What do you think about that? Like personally, morally?
Ethically, it's. Nobody likes a grass. Nobody does. They're two-faced backstabbing bullshit. But is it wrong? No, because if it was wrong, it would be illegal, and it isn't illegal.
That's a good point.
No, yeah. That's not necessarily true, Jason. Just because something's illegal or not illegal doesn't make it wrong or right. The law's fucked up in a lot of ways.
Well, it is, but the
it's
fact of
not
the matter is
for
that
morality.
you could take the person that in this we're talking about NYC. We could get the person or company. You could put them in a courtroom and make them say, "Yeah, it was us. We're the ones that grassed them up. Why did you do it? We did it because we're in business. We're losing money to them, and they've not got a license. We've not closed them down. We've not said they've got to close down. All we're saying is you need to get a license." Actually, we're saying to the other company they should have a license to be doing this.
Yeah,
So,
well, if they have them in court, they're probably going to want them to get shut down because
I'm playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
I'm playing devil's advocate.
No, you should.
I don't want to see anyone being shut down ethically. I mean, it's not something I would ever do because I fucking hate grasses. But you can't stop someone from doing it because it is not illegal to do that.
But do you think it's wrong? I know it's not illegal, but do you think it's wrong ethically, morally to?
Yes, of course I do, because it was.
So do I.
But then again, let's put another spin on it. There was a recent Predator piece where a guy in China had bought the Predator piece, has remolded it, and is now trying to sell it. He's recast it, and he's not giving any money to the guy that had done the original sculpt. Technically, is that wrong? Should he grass them up?
I look at this. I consider recasts. Let me fully go into this before I say it. I consider recasts to be similar to customs in the sense that it's custom steal someone's intellectual property. I understand that an artist has to do all the effort and work and make it and create it and envision. I get it. But it's not their intellectual property. It's theft. Either way. A recast is just making a mold of someone else's work. Is it lazier? Yes. Is it more wrong? Where do you go more wrong? They're both illegal. Where's more wrong? If you make a recast of a statue, first of all, you're only making recasts of statues that have already been sold out. No one's making a recast of a shit statue that's still for sale. So if it's already sold out, the artist, the company, the licensor, everyone, whether it's custom or not, everyone who was going to get paid has already been paid. And everyone knows that recasts do not bring down the price of a regular piece on the aftermarket. That's just a fact. They don't. So my only issue with recasts is if someone is trying to sell it and they're not disclosing it's a recast and they're trying to pawn it off as a real thing, then I got
Which is what they're doing.
Yeah, which is what they're doing. Other than that, if someone wants to have a recast in their collection, if they want to have all recasts in their collection and it's just for their enjoyment, I don't give a shit. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. But if they try to pawn it off as a real thing, like when they're trying to sell it, then there's an issue. Then that's a real fucking issue.
Yeah.
So that's my stance on.
Let me tell you this. It's
legalities.
Is it wrong? Yes, it's wrong. It's wrong to make things that you're not licensed and you're breaking the law technically, right? Do I understand why you're doing it? Yes, I understand why you're doing it. I'm actually a big fan of your work in a lot of cases. You know what I mean? Depending if I buy from you or not. So I understand why you do it. Is it wrong? Yes. You know, is it a morally wrong thing now? If we're kind of getting in the gray area because
I think it's when you've gone from someone who is making a few pieces and he's selling them. It probably starts off with friends and then it becomes friends of friends, and it's a small little enterprise. Even if the company, they're going to turn a blind eye to it, but when it becomes a successful business, then it's the onus on the business owner to sort of say, right, I am now a business. I am probably having to pay tax on this money. I really need to look at defending myself. Should someone come, because it's highly likely someone is going to bring up the fact that I am not licensed. I am now a threat to licensed companies because I am successful. I am making good pieces. They're selling out within minutes. And it's, we're talking multiple edition sizes now, nearly 100 edition sizes of each, and releasing 18 months worth of stuff coming in the future as well. It's getting to be a big business. So, if it was me, if it was my business, I'd be thinking, what's the biggest thing that's going to trip me up? I haven't got a license. Maybe I should.
I would be scared.
Look into protecting myself.
I would be scared to actually get into having that much money of transactions going back and forth and not being legit. I would be afraid I would be afraid to get sued. You know what I mean?
So Knight brings this up. He goes, it would be my job to rat another company out if they're affecting my business, be by Be Shady, and I'm trying to run a licensed company. So I get what he's saying. If he's running a licensed company, they're cutting into a profit margin.
100%.
But let me ask this, devil's advocate. If you're running a licensed company, you're not selling customs. So if a custom company is selling their customs, are they really eating into your profit margin? Well, you're not selling the same statues anyway.
It could, yeah, but even still, it could, if it's the same kind of category of statues. I would say, like, if you're doing Star Wars custom statues and there's another retailer that's selling licensed custom statues, a lot of us buy vehicles and the regular like figures. So where that particular customer just likes Star Wars statues, he might say, man, I'm going to get that vehicle because I like it more than that premium format.
No, okay, that's fair. So I get it. If you're comparing apples to apples, then I ask this. If you run a licensed company and you see a custom company, let's say you sell Marvel, and you see a custom company who makes a lot of Marvel pieces. You're like, well, no one's buying my XM or my Sideshow. They're all buying these customs, so I'm going to rat them out, shut them down. Okay, where do you draw the line there? Now, if there's a bunch of companies making DC and Star Wars, now you won't rat them out because it's not affecting your bottom dollar. So that's where your moral line is when it affects your pay or the food on your table. Like, are you doing it because it's the right thing to do, or are you doing it because they cut into your profit margin? Like, where you draw the line?
Yeah,
any custom company that makes a Marvel statue, do you get them all shut down? Like, or just the big ones? Where do you draw that line?
Well, like I said, for us, right? We're in international waters. We're in neutral territory. On this channel, we like to stay. We're in the middle. We don't go. We just like talking about it. All right. We like getting. We buy customs. We buy them. So, but everybody makes very valid points. When I say snitching or when I say ratting or something, I'm just talking about, you guys understand what I'm saying. Someone reported them, I think, because based off what Shane was saying, who's very, I would say, an expert in the statue community, right? And he knows a lot about customs. He's only seen it twice. Over all the years that he's been looking and buying custom, he's seen it twice. So now, what is the probability?
I've been on the custom scene since 2016. I've only been in customs 8 years. I've been in collecting about almost 20 years.
Same difference. 8 years is a long time.
I've seen 2 shut down.
8 years is a long time. So is the probability higher that somebody reported them? In my opinion, yes. I think somebody reported them that was dipping into their category and was like, hey, look, motherfucker, you came into my area. Sorry. And he got reported and he got shut down.
What else, Adam? Oh, sorry. Finish.
But it was one of those things where I think Michael knew the day was going to come. He probably had some kind of plan for it too. Who knows? I just appreciate him being forthcoming and saying, hey, this is what's going on, instead of just ghosting us. This is what's going on. This is what happened. I appreciate you guys. I'll get back with you on your deposits. Who knows if I'm going to see that deposit again? But there is, in my opinion, there is no, you got reported, man. You got caught. It is what it is at this point. So go ahead, Shane. I'm sorry.
I kind of forgot what I was going to say. That's why I wanted to get it in. I'm like, I'm going to forget. I got a couple comments I want to go through.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. What are the guys saying in the chat?
Yeah. I'll pop it up here. Give me a sec. Wanted to find one more.
Drinking this like Korean beer, man. There's this Korean spot near me, and it's got like 5 out of 5 stars for like selling Korean beer and chicken. Excellent.
Walton says, if a person needs the law to tell them what is wrong, the person isn't a good person because they need the threat of jail to be upstanding citizen. I understand what Walton's saying with that. But it's kind of like what I was saying too, in a way. Just because it's right doesn't necessarily mean it's legal, or vice versa.
Yeah.
What do we got? We got Rashid here. What's up, my brother? What's up, Adam? Shane. Adam is a good brother for real. Shane is an evil Sith. Don't like him and his dark side. Yeah, right. Do Sith ever really like Rashid? Ever? Adam, do you think the company that made the custom behind you, the Star Wars one, will go under too? I was
Maybe.
thinking that too.
That's their problem if they do. I mean, I'm not, they knew that risk when they made it, but I love their work.
And I remembered what I was going to say. It could be something as simple as someone who works for Disney or knows someone who works for Disney, saw an NYC piece, maybe got one, saw it online, and then they showed that person, or maybe that person was going online and saw it, and they're like they work for Disney or something, right? And they're like, we didn't make this. What is this? And then they it could be something as simple as that.
Let me
now,
ask you
did they see that because NYC got so big and that's why it got, who knows? But we're speculating someone ratted them out. Maybe
of course we are. I mean, it
was a random coincidence that the wrong person saw
They got
a
ratted
wrong
out.
picture, a wrong video, and
They
that
got ratted out.
It could quite easily have come about from tax implications, where you have to be upfront because you're earning more, so your tax implications are more, and the licensing law could have come up through the tax implications, and it could have been, well, there was some clause in production contracts because of how much he was earning, and that was the reason. You don't know. Everybody jumps to the assumption that someone's grasped on him, and that's what's cut. But you don't know that.
We don't know. That's just my personal
fantasy.
opinion. Yeah, that's my personal opinion. Let me ask you both this question, though. If you had a statue company, a retail company where you're selling statues, and somebody came into your area and started dipping into your pockets, and it was affecting you, maybe not too much, but enough to catch your attention, would you report them?
If I was in business, yes.
Okay.
I'm in business. I'm not in business to be popular. I'm in business to make money.
Right, I'm just curious.
I've got to think of the people I've got working for me. I've got to think of my customers. I've got to think of my overheads. I've got to think of my family. I've got to think of all those things. And I'm afraid if you're someone who's in business who just goes, oh, well, I'll let him take some of my money, you ain't going to be in business long.
You ain't going to be in business.
And that's the way it is. That's why I work for someone, because I couldn't be that much of a prick. But, I know that's how business works, and it's how it's always worked. And if you don't know that, then you shouldn't be doing it.
Well, it's not an emotional thing. It's more of like, hey, man, this is business. You came into my territory. I'm sorry. It is what it is. You know what I mean? That's basically... And I get it. I think I agree with you. Shane, what about you?
Well, let me ask you this. Would it make a difference for either of you? I hear what you're saying, and I don't necessarily disagree. But would it make a difference if the custom companies were there first, and then years later you started your license company, and you're like, fuck, these guys are cutting into my profits. I
don't think it would matter at all. No, it wouldn't matter at that point because the guy went through some kind of rigorous licensing agreement to get the license. Whether actually, even if it's not a rigorous process, he got it. Is what the point is.
I'm not sure, to be honest. It would depend on multiple factors because I'm not a guy who rats people out, but I'm also a guy who is smart and logical. And if something really, if I'm going to lose my livelihood because of something someone's doing that's illegal, I would really have to look at what's going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I want to say what's up to these guys, a couple of these guys real quick. Jojo, nice to see you. Dennis Perez, always nice seeing you, brother. Thanks for always tagging me into stuff that you think I would be interested in. I appreciate you, Dennis.
What's up, Dennis?
Crippler, no morality in business. Once you start messing with my money, it's on. Great point. Mitch is saying no one likes a telltale. I think, basically a tattletale. But you have to expect this sort of thing happening. It comes with the territory dealing with someone's intellectual property. Absolutely.
Right. Absolutely. And at the end of the day, let's just be clear. Again, I'm not for ratting anyone else or anyone out. I don't want to see anyone lose their livelihood, lose business, nothing like that. But at the end of the day, if you are doing something and it is illegal, there is that risk that you're going to get caught.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. That's the nature of the beast.
Walton, fuck the mouse.
100% fuck the mouse.
You see, to put a spin on this, somebody got in touch with me about 2 weeks ago because somebody had taken a screenshot of one of my drawings
What's up,
and was making out it was theirs.
Oh, show us a couple of
and,
those drawings real quick, Jason. I'll let you finish your statement. I'm sorry, but I want to see this.
So people don't know, Jason is very talented and he does a lot of drawing. Look at that. That's incredible.
Incredible work. Great job, Jason. That looks. How long did that take you to do?
this Joker one was 19 hours.
Okay.
Wow.
19 hours.
Well, let me ask you a question.
I do sell art prints, and I'm not licensed. So.
Hey, I'm going to report him. Hey,
yeah,
I'm reporting you to the mouse right now.
Send a report, Shane.
I got a question for you, Jason.
I am paying my tax on him, though.
Oh, he's paying taxes at least.
So you draw, which by the way, your work's incredible. You do drawings and you sell them.
Yeah.
You obviously don't have a license to do that, as you stated. So, but it's fine. Really, none of us give a shit because we don't owe the licenses and we don't own company. No one gives a shit. So that's great.
But see, the thing with the drawing is I only draw one. I don't draw 70 and sell them.
But either way, technically, you're still stealing intellectual property and selling it for money that you didn't pay license for. Technically,
No, I'm selling art prints off what is my work. You see, the thing is, I've drawn a character. Now, I have read up about this, and I have spoken to professional artists about this. It's different.
I know where he's going with
it. I have taken a character that is licensed, but I've done my own rendition of it.
Right.
Now,
Because
if there was a poster out there that was exactly the same as that Joker one I've just drawn, he can prosecute me or she can prosecute me. DC can't because I've just done one drawing. So there's one original property, and I've got it. I own it.
So if people make a statue and they make it in their own pose, but it's of a license like a Superman or a Batman, and they sell it, that's not illegal?
No, you can only make one. You can only make one.
Yeah, that's what I said. If they only make one, but they sell it, but they don't own the intellectual property, is it not still illegal? Whether you sell 1 or 50?
I don't know what it is with the statue, but I know it isn't illegal with the drawing.
Interesting. I didn't know that. I would assume it would be illegal with the drawing and the statue because you're using their intellectual property without permission.
You can argue the fact that the drawing, right? If someone took him to court, just for example, if someone took it to court, he could say, well, this is not exactly because this line over here is a little different.
But they could do that with the statue too. They could alter it a bit and say it's different. But at the end of the day, it's still that character that they don't own the rights to. Right. Regardless of what position, is how I see it. I'm not saying that is the law. That's how I thought it worked with intellectual property.
But you see, the thing is, what I've done is I have now altered my pay. Well, through my dad's got an accountant, so I've gone through that. So now all the money that comes in, it's not much, but the money that comes through my commission work and my art prints now goes through a business account. So I have even now, just a few months down the road, because I've got people who are interested in my work, I have taken the precaution of making sure I'm paying the tax. So if somebody does grass me up to the tax man, which I can assure you there'd be some cocksucker over here that would, I've already taken the precaution of, well, I'm already paying tax, so I haven't got to worry about it.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Give me 1 second.
And I'm tiny little small fry. I mean, the last one I did was the Moria Orc, which I think about 4 or 5 have gone over to America, actually, of that, the art print of that one.
Oh, yeah? Let me ask you a question, Jason. If you made an art print and you sold it to someone and a friend of theirs really liked it, so they photocopied it and put it in, they didn't sell it, but they just kept it at their house, like an exact color copy of it. Would you be okay with that? They didn't sell it. They didn't anything else.
No, this is the thing. This is the thing. You see, now when I put my artwork up on social media to show people what I've done, I've not signed it. None of my originals are signed. Okay. I do sign the art prints. Now, whereas you could argue the original drawing belongs to me. The content of the art print doesn't necessarily belong to me. However, my signature does, which is why all my art prints are numbered. They're numbered in editions of 20. So there's only 20, which I personally number and hand sign. They belong to me. So if somebody was to screenshot one and my signature's on it, then I can prosecute them because they do not have the right to use my signature.
Interesting. Even though you're using characters that you don't have the right to use in your drawing to begin with. Technically.
Well, you do have the right. You have the freedom of expression. Yes. That's how you get around it with art. Because I've not I've not, I can't remember how exactly it's worked out, but you're doing an artistic concept of something. And don't forget, we're talking about one single drawing and selling multiples of something are two very different things.
Do you think one single statue would be legal if someone made themselves a statue without a license?
Well, I had that Lurtz bust, if you remember, which was a custom piece. Now, the guy that made that, I think he generally only ever made one of something. Now, that Lurtz one, he made about 4 or 5. I know Flankster had one, which he sold. But he only made very, very small numbers. Very small numbers. And I think it's that, like you spoke about, that grey area. It's remaining in that grey area enough that you go under the radar.
Yeah, like it's still wrong, but they're not going to come after you because it's...
Like I said before, success brought its own issues.
Fair enough. John Connor says, if it's free, it's not an issue. Once sold, it's stealing intellectual property. Because if I make one Spawn movie on my own and sell it 100%, I will have Todd McFarlane on my back. But Jason, you're saying it's different when it comes to drawings as opposed to something like 3D or more tangible than a drawing. It's different with the drawings.
I can't remember.
At least
exactly
in the UK, maybe.
Well,
there's a professional artist who's done a commission piece for me, a Lord of the Rings piece for me, and I was talking to him at the Comic-Con about how it works, and because there is only one original, only the original could potentially could the company have something to say about, but it's no different than comic book artwork, which is mass produced on T-shirts and everything.
Yeah, Keith is saying drawing is much different. I can draw a Keaton Batman as long as I draw him in my vision. Yeah, so I
see, and I'm not disagreeing with it. This is news to me because if you draw Keaton Batman but you make him a little different and then you sell art prints, that's legal. But if I make a Keaton Batman statue and I make it a little different and I sell the equal number 15 each, that's illegal. I think, and I'm not saying I'm right, but I think they're both illegal. But one they just don't give a shit about because it's a piece of paper, and the other one
the same applies if you ever sold a DVD. If you owned a film, a DVD, and sold it at a car boot sale or on eBay or whatever, that's illegal. That's illegal.
All right, guys.
You buy that. It says it at the start of every single film you have ever watched. It is illegal to reproduce or sell on this product.
Sure.
So if you have ever bought a DVD and you've sold it, you've broke the law.
I couldn't agree more. Same if you download music.
It's pretty.
But is a company going to put their financial oomph and time and money after someone who has sold one DVD or someone who's done one drawing or someone who has got an 18-month plan where they're selling hundreds of things?
We both agree that if you get too big, that's where a big problem lies. We both agree on that.
All right, guys, we're gonna go off the deep end with this one. We'll sit here for 3 more hours and start having beer.
I've only got 10 minutes.
One more comment from Ledge. He goes, Jason, glad you're paying taxes on illegally obtained money.
It comes. Right. It comes. Friends and family.
Before Jason has to leave, let's move on just because we'll be here all day. So, in a nutshell, we have our opinions. Is it illegal? Not illegal? That the line where that is morally, it is what it is. You be your own judge. You be the judge of that. Okay. All right. But like I said, just to remind everybody, when you hear us talking about, we're going to show some projects today. We are no longer mentioning companies. If you see it in the picture, it kind of is what it is. But we're not going to be. Just hit us up if you're interested in backing a project. Okay. Everybody got it? Cool. StatueCon is coming. I hope everybody is ready. It's going to be a extravaganza. If you've never been there before, you should really try really hard to come out this time. Marco's from Collector Zone. I've been there. We've talked about it. Just reminding everybody that it's coming out or it's going to be here pretty soon in July. The 11th through, Shane, the 14th?
14th, yeah. Jason, do you think you'd ever be able to make it to StatueCon? I know it's quite the trip for you, but...
Yeah, I've got it on my radar to do that because I really want to come to the San Diego Comic-Con over there. I am on their sort of waiting room that you can go into to get the tickets and all that. So, yeah, it is definitely on my to-do list to come over to the States anyway for a few weeks.
And for me,
I'd love to do it.
I'd rather do a statue con than a San Diego Comic Con, because as much as it'd be awesome to see all the new statues, even though some companies aren't coming anymore, for me it's about meeting the guys and hanging out with the guys. So statues are great, and Marcos will have a lot of statues, but for me it's the people. If I go to San Diego, I'll meet up with a few people, but it's so big and so many. First, I don't like giant crowds to begin with. Second,
there's an enormous crowd over there.
It's just. It's too much, right? It's like overwhelming. Where this
but
is
no,
more
I
intimate the group that we hang out with online, and that's why I like this.
No, I'd love to do it. I'd love to do something like that, mate. I'd love to do it. I have actually already arranged with 1 or 2 people. I said, look, at the very least, if I get my arse over there, can I pop over and come and see you? You know, people at different, Mike and Jacob and 1 or 2 others have sort of said, yeah, you know, if you get to where I am, come and see us and come and stay over.
Crippler's going to be there. Crip, we'll see you there, buddy. Shane's going to be there. K-Fet's going to be there. The whole collector's table, COC group, we're all going to be there. So, and not other people.
Rashid probably isn't. Critical Mass is like a 90-something.
Okay.
Vision's not going, and AK's not going. So there's only 2 of us for sure from the cock coming.
Okay. Moving on. So Hunted the Collector, we got Jason here. He's probably going to be bailing out here pretty soon just because he's got work. But if you haven't checked out his channel, great channel, really good content. He's into the aliens, the predators, Lord of the Rings, just a whole plethora of different types of statues. So if you guys want to check him out, which I highly encourage you, he's got some great content. So go check him out.
And Jason, if I'm not mistaken, you have a second channel now where you keep all your creepy critters, correct?
I've got 3. I've got my creepy critters on one and my artwork on the other one.
There you go. So if you want to see Jason's illegal artwork and his creepy critter,
yeah. I'll wait for the knock on the door if someone's grassed me up. Fortunately, I can burn a drawing a damn sight quicker than you can smash the statue up.
Touche, Jason. Touche.
All right, guys, we're gonna move on here. And Jason, if you need to jump out anytime, just go ahead, man.
I'm all right. I got about 10 minutes, mate.
Okay. All right, so a little bit of news here.
No, please, no.
You're just gonna skip
it. If I see
right.
Apocalypse raise his fucking eyebrow looking at the X-Men, I'm gonna smash my TV. No.
All right. Well, I guess you guys already answered my question. So there's talks. Is it a rumor? Is it a fact?
Make Apocalypse CGI. Make him CGI like the Hulk.
He's kind of got the lips, bro. Look at the.
Make him CGI. Make him, like a Juggernaut in Deadpool 2, like the Hulk. Like not necessarily that height, obviously, but make him CGI because he's bigger than a normal human. I know he could go any size, but I don't want to see The Rock. And I like The Rock. I don't want The Rock as Apocalypse. They already fucked up Apocalypse once. Don't fuck him up twice.
Oh, they messed him up bad.
Like he was shit the first time.
That was a terrible. What was that actor's name?
Awful. I don't know. The same guy who played Moon Knight.
It was the same guy that played Moon Knight. Yeah, but I just
he's a good actor. I like him. He just wasn't right for the part.
Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know. We'll see how this develops. I love Apocalypse. Apocalypse is a really cool character. I loved him as a kid watching the X-Men animated series. So we'll see how this develops. I just wanted to show you guys this. So interesting. And then we also have, this is going to be another movie or a show. I don't know much about this. I just saw this circulating.
My understanding is this is a shot, and I could be wrong. This is a shot either during the filming or behind the scenes of the filming of this movie or something. It's what someone said. With that being said, why is he gingerly putting on his boot while the earth is blowing up behind him? I don't know, but that's what someone told me. And really, his outfit looks so baggy. It looks like shit. I'm not a fan of what I'm seeing.
You think it looks that bad? I don't think it looks bad.
It looked very baggy on him, man. Like it looks like he tried to fit in Henry Cavill's suit, and he's about fucking 5 inches too small on the chest and the arms and the shoulders. Look at that. It's not like it's coming up from his sleeve. Come on, what is that? Why is Superman having padded muscles? Get out of here.
Okay. Jason?
Why is he wearing... Look, he's got shoulder pads. Why does Superman have shoulder pads?
When I saw that image, the first thing I thought is, they took this the night before last when we had the Aurora Borealis glowing. That's nice.
I mean, I don't think it looks as bad. I think it looks interesting. I'm curious to see how this also develops and see if this guy's worthy of taking Henry Cavill. Is that how you say his last name? Cavill?
Cavill.
Yeah. So I'm
Henry
keeping
Cavill's,
an open mind for this guy because I thought Heath Ledger would be a shit Joker after Brokeback Mountain and those movies, and I was wrong. He killed it as that iteration as Joker. So this guy might do a great job. I just
big pair of boots to fill, isn't it?
I don't like the way the suit is sitting on him. Is what I don't like.
It's a big pair of boots to fill. That's probably why he's taking his time putting them on.
It is, Jason, 100%.
What's the chat saying? Anything about the new?
Everyone's agreeing that The Rock shouldn't be Apocalypse, and this is a wrong picture to put out. Superman needs a tailor. Same thing. Like the suit shouldn't be that baggy. That's all.
Okay.
But hopefully the movies are good. Although,
like, what's going on back here?
Goodness.
Jeez.
And why the fuck is that happening? And he's sitting there he's Superman. He could be out there in half a second. I don't get it.
It's just a teaser photo. They're just trying to show that there's going to be some shit going on.
Maybe Superman doesn't give a shit. He takes his time.
It does seem an odd thing for Superman to be putting his boots on, doesn't it?
While whatever's happening in the background is happening.
All right. I wanted to share some pictures of the guys that put some that shared some of their photos in our Facebook group. This was Ledge. He got a Arkham Croc.
Yeah, Killer Croc. It's a cool piece.
Nice pickup, Ledge. I think this was Ledge. Yeah. We also have the Shane, I'll let you take the floor on this. This is one of Shane's pieces. Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, so I'm gonna sell this. I had it up. I'm gonna lower my price, and I'm gonna do. If anybody wants this piece, I will sell it for $2,800 shipped North America.
Not bad.
That's the cheapest I've seen it sell for yet. That includes
the price is only going to probably go up because NYC is gone now. So
maybe. I honestly, I think so. I mean, anytime a company goes under, an artist dies, shit usually goes up, right? Because they're not producing anymore.
Yeah. And here's the thing, NYC, like you could buy one of their ships, and the next day you could sell it for double, and it'll still sell.
100%.
Still sell. So great piece. If you're interested, hit me or Shane up. I don't know why you wouldn't just hit Shane up, but if you can't get in touch with him, hit me up. I'll
wants a commission.
Yeah,
Adam's always trying to sell stuff. He wants
for a small slice. Small slice. It's not a big deal. Shane, or excuse me, Rashid. Rashid shared this also in the Facebook group. He got a nice little art print here.
Oh, it's really cool.
X-Men, and it looks like Omega Red.
Yeah, it's Wolverine and Omega.
Or yeah, excuse me, Wolverine and Omega Red. That's a nice, really cool. Nice little comic book frame piece.
Mm-hmm. Nice job.
Okay, guys, I'm going to have to go to work. Thank you ever so much for inviting me. It's been great chatting to you both.
Thanks, man. Nice seeing you.
Thanks for coming, man.
You guys go check out Haunted the Collector. Great channel. We appreciate you coming on. You're always welcome, Jason. Nice to see you again.
No, man. Thank you. Thank you ever so much. It's been great talking to you all, and I hope I get a chance to speak to you all again very soon.
Yep.
Have a good stream, guys.
Yep.
Sure. Take care.
Good guy. I like that guy. Oh, here we go. So this was, if you haven't seen this already, this was a picture when Rashid came over, and he is the one who actually bought the Y-Wing. I look so fucking old in this picture. Look at me. I look old. Anyway, Rashid, super cool guy in the community. Really nice meeting him in person finally, because we've known each other for like 2 years now. So I thought it was cool for him to come down. Next, Shane is next. Shane is next.
What's funny is Rashid's like 8 or 10 years older than you are.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's crazy.
He looks great for his age. I'll never tell him that, but
he does. He knows he does. He was. We were cutting it up, and my wife was talking to him. It was a real good time. We had dinner, and yeah.
People don't know this, but Rashid goes for weekly Botox injections every Wednesday before our show, and that's why he's always late for the COC. He gets his Botox to look young. I mean, hey, I'm not judging him. It works. He looks great, but I'm just saying.
All right, we got some stuff on the shipping updates. Shipping updates from XM. Okay, here we go. Let me see here. Dear collectors, we want to share some important shipping update with you. First and foremost, we understand how frustrating it can be to experience delays and uncertainty, and we want to extend our gratitude for your patience during this time. XM has recently encountered various challenges with our factories, such as closures and quality assurance issues. Our priority has been to resolve these issues before committing further product shipment updates to you. We sincerely apologize for any inconvenience caused by the delay in updates. We're pleased to inform you that our factories are now operational again, and we're preparing to resume shipping on more statues in the upcoming months. Below is the current list of items scheduled for shipment in May and June. Please stay tuned for further updates. So down here, I don't know if I can X out of this, and I don't know if that'll X out of the, yeah, it did. Give me 1 second, guys. View slideshow. There we go. So this is the stuff that's going to be shipping pretty soon. Come on now. Venom Arise. I've been waiting for Venom Arise for I don't know how long now. I mean, it is way overdue. I know Jelena was another collector that wanted a Venom Arise. She's been asking about it. I've been asking about it. So, you know, a lot of people were saying, hey, what's going on with Todd? He hasn't shipped it yet. Todd. Well, this is not Todd. They're showing you right here. It's XM. XM just hasn't shipped it yet. Wolverine May. So he should be. So Venom and Wolverine should be shipping this month. Superman, June. Optimus Prime bust and Megatron bust, June. And
Those
then Absolute Carnage. Absolute Carnage is really late too. I mean, super late. July 2024. So, but good for XM for realizing, hey, this is not good yet. I don't want to ship this. Let's make sure it's right. So I applaud XM for doing that. And thank you for communicating with us and letting us know. I think it was a little late here with this, but it's all good.
Better late than never, right?
Better late than never.
Sometimes.
Here's some photos in the factory for Venom Arise. I'll be getting this piece. Can't wait. They got them all lined up there. They're showing some close-ups. Here goes the Wolverine.
My big issue with that Venom is I think it's way overscaled from what I've seen on pictures.
Yeah.
For a standalone piece, that's great because Venom could be whatever size, right? Ideally. But if you put him next to other 1/4 scales, I'm scared he's going to tower over them and just look like too big.
Well, he's on like this big, like
he is.
He's on this.
And maybe it was just the pictures I saw, but I'm worried they did with him what they did with Mystique, where he's just going to look too overscaled, like the wrong scale next to others, like maybe 1 in 3.5 instead of 1 1/4, and it's just going to look off. The good thing is, if anyone can be big, Venom can, so I guess that's all right. I just don't like him being so much bigger. Like, I don't want my Venom being the same size as a Juggernaut or a Hulk.
I think it looks good. My thing is like, you see, he's on this big, like, base.
Yeah, the big statue or whatever.
It takes up like a quarter. I mean, it's almost half of what he is. So
I understand.
You're right. Yeah, the displaying them next to each other, it could look pretty massive if you don't
even
like a riser next to them.
Where they had two statues together, and even if you take the base away from Venom, he still in the picture looked like he was towering over the other 1/4 scale.
Yep. I know a couple people were asking about K-Fet, guys. K-Fet is with his family today. It's just Mother's Day, so he'll be on the next show.
K-Fet. No one's here for K-Fet.
He didn't ghost us. Man, why does it look like he's got lipstick?
It does look like he has like goth lipstick on.
It's got like goth lipstick on. What are you doing, Wolverine?
I also think the hair on his triceps a little much. It's a little overdone. I know he's hairy, but it's a little much. It almost looks like brown skin.
Well, they're still working on it, so hopefully I don't know. I don't know if it'll look any better than that, but
I don't know. Either way, congrats to everyone who's getting these pieces.
Yeah. I think they made this head just a little too stumpy. I wish they would have brought out his neck a little bit more. I mean, he's got like no neck. Like,
say fuck you to Walton Chunky.
There's like no neck there, but
yeah, I don't know. It's not my version of Venom. I'm not a fan of the texturing on the skin either. Like, it doesn't look bad by any means. It's just not my version I prefer for Venom. I prefer more the smoother and not the oatmeal texture skin.
Here's another shot. Oh, this guy does his nails. Look at this. This is his nails.
I would assume that's a woman.
That's a man.
I guess maybe I shouldn't assume in 2024.
Yeah. Whatever they identify as. So there it is. Some more production, some more on the line production pieces or pictures. Yeah, I don't know if I dig this Wolverine. Look at that. I mean, like, I like the Wolverine. I just don't. I don't.
The chops look a little too. I don't know. I'm not feeling it. I'm not feeling this Wolverine at all.
Like, cool red eyes. I like the mask, and I like the teeth. The teeth look really good, but those lips.
I don't like the lips. I don't like the facial hair, and I don't like the arm hair. I don't like how it looks. From what I've seen so far, but I'm not getting it, so it doesn't really matter what I like or not.
Here's a cool art print I wanted to share with you guys. Batman art print for all you Batman statue collectors.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Is that one of Jason's illegal ones?
Yeah, Jason drew that.
Nice.
We already reported him.
He'll pay taxes. It's fine.
What if he actually got reported?
You can do anything illegal you want as long as you pay taxes on it. Sell drugs, pay taxes. That's all that matters.
We got anything going on in the chat, Shane?
Just Walton being a douche, and what do we got?
Oh man, Walton's cool. Mr. Popo, what's up,
Walton's
Mr.
a piece
Popo?
of shit. So we got Walton's awesome. He's an awesome piece of shit. But honestly, Sideshow Venom is pretty nice for the price and the same scale as well. That's it. So I think Sideshow Venom, the new one, I assume you talk about, not one of the other 15 they put out. It looks good. It's not my. There's nothing wrong with it. Just like there's nothing wrong with this Venom Arise. It's just not for me. I don't care for it at all. Like, I wouldn't want to own it because there's better Venoms that I like that version of Venom better. And with Venom, you have so much choice that you don't need to settle. Buy which one you love. There's 50 of them, at any time.
Look at Walton. I'm the shiniest, most impressive. Nah, you're a good dude, man. I like you. Mr. Popo, that's my guy too.
Yeah. What a collection he's got. It's unbelievable.
Oh yeah, it's looking good. We've been following.
Unfucking believable. Every time I see pictures, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
I love seeing it. Keep it coming.
This Matrix, you think Matrix has really like died after that last?
Yeah, part 4 of the Matrix was like part 4 of Thor. It was a steaming pile of fucking
that's
shit.
a good point. Yeah, that was a good comparison.
It was awful. Awful. Yeah. Terrible. Anyone who likes that movie is a terrible human being. No, I'm joking.
It would be cool to see. I don't know if there's an anime Matrix. That would be cool. Maybe they would make it a lot cooler than the movie, but
nothing was going to be worse than part 4. I thought part 3 was bad. And then part 4, I was like, you know what? Keanu's rich. He lives like very minimalist lifestyle. This guy, the Matrix is what put him on the map, like big time. Part 3 was a dud. Most people would say 1 and 2 were great. Part 3 was pretty shit, disappointing. So I'm like, part 4, it's redemption. He wouldn't come back after like 20 years and make this movie on his like famous franchise unless it was really good and just ended on a high note. But he was eye off. Holy shit, they should have kept it up part 3.
The first one?
Part 3 was a masterpiece compared to part 4. And part 3 was shit.
I like the first, I guess the first 2, 3. You know, I like him.
I didn't like
Agent Smith. He was badass. I liked him. I thought he was cool. How he was like trying to hunt him down, and you know,
I thought part 1 was the best. They went in order 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the order for me.
The whole thing where, you know, the famous, like him going back and the bullets going, you know, that's a classic. And it just got terrible. I don't know.
In part 4, they're flying around. They're using the Force. It was awful. Like, everyone's flying. Everyone's just pushing hundreds of people away. Like, everyone's
when he flew away at the end of that one, I forget which one it was. Was it 3? Where he like flew away at the end? I was like, what the fuck?
Is it where he like looked up at the sky and
Yeah.
That was part 2.
I
I
was
thought.
why did
Wonder,
they do
or
that?
no, that was the end of part 1,
I don't
where he got the power, and that was the end of part 1.
I can't remember. I just didn't like that part.
And then in part 2, he beat the shit out of. What's funny is, in part 1, 50 people run from one agent. In part 2, he fights 500 agents at once. They're now weakened,
Well, he's
and then
like
other
godlike.
people are fighting agents and standing up against them, like everyone else. I don't get it.
Yeah. Next, we got a pure from Pure Arts. We got a what's his name? Golem.
Yeah. Mitchell says there is an animated Matrix.
Oh, is there? Okay, cool. I might have to check that out. Is it on Netflix or something? Maybe.
Mitchell Lawrence, can you help Adam out?
Yeah, I'll check it out. I'd give that a shot.
Walton says, I own Animatrix on DVD. It wasn't great at all, but there's some good shorts on it. What a surprise.
so
Walton didn't
that's
like
good,
something.
Yeah.
If Walton didn't like it, it must not be good, because he likes everything.
So this is from Pure Arts. We got this looks like an incredible head, basically, of Smeagol. So this is really cool looking. I don't know if the only thing like this, when I see this, it looks incredible, right? And
Yes.
then, but it kind of loses me with this.
So, is this just like a head bust you buy, or is this a swap out for a statue? And
It is just a portrait you're buying.
So this is a 1-to-1 life-size head.
I don't know if it's a 1-to-1, but I know
You would
it's
assume if it's a head, it's going to be 1-to-1. Who wants a small head?
not necessarily, because they made the Terminator, the T-1000. It wasn't 1-to-1, unless they were showing it as a 1-to-1, but it didn't look like it when I saw it. I don't know.
Even if that's true, which I thought the Terminator was a 1-to-1 scale, the bust. I thought pretty much, yeah. I thought all heads that are just a head, I assumed they were all 1-to-1, because all
I
the
would
ones I've
assume
seen
so
have
too.
been.
Yeah,
But
I would assume so.
This looks great, but I don't understand. Like, I wouldn't want it with The Rock holding up his like decapitated head. That doesn't do shit for me.
It's weird, yeah. It's a
Yeah,
little strange, but this
I don't get
does
it.
look amazing. Like
It
this
does look great.
amazing.
I agree. Is
They've
it
done-
sculpted silicone, rooted hair? Do you know anything
I
about
think
it?
it's sculpted. It got rooted hair. I think that's all I basically know. I just saw it and I thought it was interesting. But I know that they got a whole line of these portraits with like, you know, the rock base or the stick on the head kind of deal. And then you got the ring down here too, which I think was a nice touch because he was obsessed with the ring, right? Oh, these are actually stairs. Are these stairs?
Oh, this is the back way into Mordor that they went up.
I just
It's a
noticed that.
proximity type base kind of thing. Okay, I see. That makes more sense, I guess. I still don't want Gollum's head just sitting there, but
Wicked casual. Lots of head.
who doesn't love good head? Really?
They did the same with Penguin and Catwoman and the mask. Yeah, they did the cowls and stuff like that. 1,000 plus. Ugh. Well, you know, but this is amazing quality too. You know, I don't know if I would pay $1,000 for that, but it just depends if it's important to you. You might do it if you really like it. Look at this.
I just don't want like a bunch of heads just around my collection. That's for me not my thing.
How do you feel about this in the back?
We always say the back doesn't really matter because sometimes you can't see it, but when they do it like that, that feels like a cop out. You got to give me you're not even giving me the whole head. That feels lazy.
You got this
This thing better be $400 if they're giving me this from behind. I think that's lazy.
Portrait is spot on.
Yes,
Love the portrait.
portrait looks great.
Look at the teeth. Looks just like Shane's teeth. Look at that.
Exact same. Canadian dental care.
I'm jealous you guys get free healthcare.
We don't get free healthcare, dude.
Oh, I thought you did.
Well, it depends. So, I recently had to get some new benefits, and I pay $180 a month for my medical and dental coverage, and I have 70 or 80% of my prescriptions and some dental work covered, and then I pay the rest out of pocket. So that's not. I guess some things are free. If I break my arm and go to the hospital, they put a cast on for free. Yeah, they don't gouge me like they do in the States, but not everything's free.
This is I think this is like an anime Lilith. I saw this on Spec Site. I really, really like this thing. I don't know why. I get
Like
these.
an anime Lilith.
It's like an anime Lilith, I think. I just saw it and I thought it was really cool looking. Here, I'll show you some more pictures. But it was beautiful. It was a beautiful piece of art to me. Look at this.
That looks really good.
It looks
I'm not a big fan of the anime face, but I like aesthetically it looks good.
Really? I think it looks absolutely beautiful.
Well,
I look at this like a piece of art.
This character is usually more sinister looking, right? So
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
She just looks too. It looks good, but for the character, she looks too friendly and beautiful.
Too cutesy. You know that's what evil does sometimes, right? They try to look seductive and.
Why do you think we marry them and then get divorced? That's. I understand.
Yeah, her hands look really well done, just like the flow of her fingers and her hands, the pose. I like it. She's got the chains and all the detail on her thigh. You know, and I always say I don't like over sexualized statues, but this is one that I think it looks like a piece of art to me. I really like it.
You gonna buy it?
It was it was one of those things like the ghost. What was it?
The Ghost of Hiroshima or whatever you call it.
No. The other like female anime looking statues that I saw, Ghost in the Shell, was it or something?
Ghost in the Shell.
Yeah, I really like those. Was it Ghost in the Shell?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
There is one called Ghost in the Shell. I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but
yeah, Todd collects them, and I think they're just really great pieces. Like, look at this.
Aesthetically, they're beautiful.
Beautiful.
But what I would have liked to see is don't make this Lilith.
Ghostblade. That's what it is.
Nice demon chick, but not Lilith, because Lilith is supposed to be more scary and intimidating looking when I think of Lilith.
Yeah.
Walton says she needs a proper reach around. Why do you think I'm going to StatueCon?
Yeah. All right. So this is from another group. Star Destroyer.
I wanted to see where you'd go with that.
Yeah.
Oh, Ghostblade. Was it Ghostblade?
Yeah. He said that already. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I appreciate it. Thank you. This is really. What do you think of this? Star Destroyer.
You already know what I think of that.
Fucking amazing.
Star Destroyer. I'm a huge sci-fi fan. Huge. And Star Destroyer is my favorite ship in any sci-fi genre.
Yeah, this is going to be coming pretty soon.
2 different sizes. One's a 48 and one's a 2 foot, if I'm not mistaken. So a 4 foot and a 2 foot.
Yeah.
Now, I said I'm not buying any more statues for a little bit. Well, that's not true. I'm being very selective on what I buy. But I may have to get a 4 foot Star Destroyer because right now I only have a 3.5 foot Star Destroyer.
I might have to get one too, but we'll see.
You have to get one.
It might be
if you get the small one and not the big one, if you do get one, I'm leaving the show.
I would get the big one. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see how this turns out when we get more photos. This is a private group, so if you guys want to support the project, hit me and Shane up. No fee. And this is a lot of that same group is going, and they're going to be making all this stuff too. So you got Slave One, N1 Starfighter, Jabba's sail barge, which I already have a sail barge, which I like. The Star Destroyer, Darth Vader's TIE Fighter, which I had on order, and now it's gone. And well, it wasn't Darth Vader's, but it was a TIE Fighter. Or no, it was a TIE Interceptor. Darth Vader life-size bust.
Actually, Darth Vader's in the TIE Advanced.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gamorrean life-size bust. That's going to be a big one. And then you got Ahsoka's life-size bust. So a lot of projects coming for this particular group. Like I said, you could see the name in some of these groups, but we're just not going to be talking about them. All right, moving on to premium format. Captain Rex coming from Sideshow Collectibles. What do you think about this? You like the pose? What do you think about the fire?
Yeah, the fire is okay. It kind of looks more like lava to me than fire. But I mean, it's better than what Sideshow usually does. So I'm not a big fan of Sideshow Fire on a lot of their pieces. I think it looks really cheap and shitty. It's one of my biggest knocks about Sideshow, even though I think a lot of their pieces are well done. I think it's cool. I think the pose is cool. I find it interesting, I said it before, how on this statue, oh, what have we got here? We're being being
They not
invaded.
like us. They not like us. They not like us.
They're not like us.
They not like us. What
Hey,
up, yo?
where
What's
are
up,
you
Crip?
at right now? Are you in the are you in Critical Mass's torture room? Oh, okay. You're in your
They're the
Oh,
room.
a little tour. What do we
I
got
like
here?
that room. Can I see that room? Is it can
Yeah,
I
show us that room, Crip.
It's under like this whole thing here is going to be a projector. We bring in the aisles in more, but you can see what I got in here so far.
Yeah. Show us.
How do I flip?
Don't be afraid.
Fuck, you're so shaky. You're making me dizzy. There we go.
How do I flip?
What a handsome bastard.
that's
Oh
the
yeah,
TV.
that looks great.
That's
Look at
perfect.
that.
Wow.
Are those
that's nice,
stairs
man.
right there? Are those stairs going down?
Yeah. Flip down, boop, boop.
That's legit.
You
Did
got
you
the
build
boom.
that in your house?
Yes, sir.
Man, my man, good job. That looks great.
Great job, man.
And then we got this is where the war tank be chilling at.
God, every time I see
vendor
somebody
stuff.
set up, I'm like, I gotta step my shit up, bro.
No.
Are those RCA speakers? You got those Walmart? Or- You
Dude,
got
these are, if you look at these speakers, dude, so right there, you see the white one in the wall?
yeah.
Those are focal end walls, and then I got 6 of them up on the ceiling.
Very nice.
So 1, 2, or 4 of them up in the ceiling. Then I got
That's
2
incredible.
on the wall, so 1 here,
Nice.
1
So how many
here.
total speakers in your system?
I think it's 7.2.4. So 2
Okay.
subwoofers. Here's look at these big ass subwoofers. Hold on. These things are giant. They're like freaking
Man,
the
that
size
looks
of
good.
a.
Holy fuck. I thought that was like a table.
That's 1 subwoofer, and then the other one's on this corner. But this is the shit right here.
Did you ever think about getting a projector in there? Where that comes from the
Oh,
ceiling? or anything?
that's what's actually happening. So all of this, we're gonna build a wall, and then the wall is gonna lift up, but it's gonna be a projector, and the speaker's gonna be behind this translucent, behind the
Nice.
screen.
How
So it's gonna
big?
be behind the screen.
How big's your screen going to be?
That's what we're trying to figure out. So it's gonna be, we got to make it so that the back and all of that. I believe it's gonna be over 100, but we don't know. Sometimes when you get too big for the room, it all depends on the viewing distance and all of that.
Well,
This
that's
is
it. You don't
so
want
true,
the people up front.
This is
Yeah,
so
I
true, John Connor. I love seeing everyone set up. It's very inspiring. Yeah, I do
I
too.
agree.
This is cool. Like this amp right here, dude. This is the baby. This Macintosh. I don't know if you know, you know. I don't know if you can see it, but when it comes on, it has the. Let me see real quick.
Ledge is saying, I love the focal speakers. That's what I use Crippler. Yep.
Oh, see, Focal. If you know, you know. I was all about BMWs, and I like BMWs. I went in and I heard these things right here. I fell in love, dude. These things sound so amazing. So I went and got the whole group.
Mitch
But like
says, cool cinema room Crippler.
Thank you, homie. Yeah, so this Macintosh is the amp for the bottom, the lower layer, and then this Macintosh here is for the top speakers.
Crippler, can you just come do mine? I'm really lazy. Can you-
Dude, this is my main. I love statue collecting, but audio is my thing, dude.
yeah, clearly you got like an $8,000 headset. It's
4,000. Boo!
Oh, my bad. I
There's
was
this one that I want for 8,000, but it's too much. But
Yeah.
you see, you gotta have the little touch screen remote and all of that good stuff.
How big's your TV right now, Crip, on the wall?
77, I believe it is.
Okay.
So this is when I thought it was gonna be a gaming room as well. So I was
Yeah.
like, okay, get the OLED in here. I could game in here. But then when I started gaming in the other room and collect the statues, I felt like I could make this as full dedicated, because everything else is dedicated. Like I got the seating, the rows, even the tray tables. But then it was like,
stand
I need
in
that
the front
projector.
and stand in the front and hang on a second and show it. Why is this quickened like
Oh.
that? Hey Shane, can you put them on the?
I hear you, Jerry. I agree.
Here we go.
I wish I had
All
crypto
right,
money.
show stand like in front of the TV and then look back at the room. Let me see it. Yeah, like that.
Wow.
So that wall is coming in. We're gonna push it out more into the loft because there's a lot of space in the loft. And then this room transformed when I first did it, I might show some pictures of the process of when I did this. So we're gonna do something similar. We're gonna push the wall back. Then we're gonna get some aisles for pedestals, and then that's the statues that I'm gonna have, like movie theater style statues.
Yeah.
Question for you, Crip.
Mm-hmm.
Couple questions. What are the dimensions of the room, including the height? And where do you sit? Where's your seat?
So I sit usually here.
Nice.
Right in the middle.
Yeah. But then when you want that theater experience, this one right here is like great because you sort of get this view of just like
that's where I would sit.
Bottom row.
Hey, Just some bum says, "What up, y'all? God damn, Crippler, what the hell, man? You got to flex on us, man. Very impressive.
Y'all getting a collector's table exclusive. We don't even do this on Constructive Outrage.
I've never seen this room like
and then
this.
Gotham says, "Bum." He's talking what's up the bum. Yeah. He's saying what's up the bum.
The bum.
Yeah, bum.
So what I'm gonna do? This is the project I'm going into next. So my room, the gaming room, is pretty much where I'm usually streaming from. Pretty much done. I got a few pieces coming in, but then I'm going to, like I said, I'm gonna have pedestals. Like as you walk up, you'll see statues. You can't really see. You'll see statues. You'll see statues similar like that. But I wasn't gonna front. I was really thinking about getting a life-size Iron Man for where that war tank is, right over there.
Gotham, I don't think the TV is small. It's actually a big TV because I got 75 inches. He's got 77, but it looks small because it's a big
because of the room. When I first got this, it was the biggest OLED you could get at the time. Now you could get them bigger. It was the biggest OLED you could get at the time, and I was like, yeah. And then when they put it in, I'm like, it looks small, but dude, this is 77 inches.
Is that
just
where
the
you
room
watch
is so big.
Is that where you watch all your cock films?
Yeah, so I love all my cockfighting. This is where I do it. I do a lot of cockfighting here while watching. I don't know if you can see it swinging, but this is a different type of show.
All right, guys, we're gonna move on here with the picture. Just because
let's look at some pictures.
Yeah. All right, so we got the Sideshow originals. They showed us one of the originals, right? Did they show us anything yet from these originals? You guys remember?
Well, Sideshow Originals, isn't that Pulp Vixen or whatever? Isn't that part of the
No. This
originals?
I don't know if that falls under that category or not. I think this might be a separate category, maybe. I don't know.
have no idea.
Well, we'll see how this.
What 1/5? Sideshow usually does their.
Usually do like a 1/5, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, look at this beautiful thing.
Yeah, gorgeous.
Oh, I mean over here. Sorry.
Oh, wait, no, you're right.
Oh yeah, Galactus is good too, but Tintin's nicer.
So front dude, Tintin is no disrespect. She is a beautiful woman.
Oh, she's a good-looking woman. That's not disrespectful. I mean, I hate
disrespect to whoever is her partner. More likely, I don't want to Drake her. You know what I mean? She's very beautiful.
Old Drake. Anyway, Galactus, that really cool character. This looks like an amazing statue.
Mm-hmm.
Look how tall it is. What would you guys say that is? 40 inches?
It's so hard because I don't think Tintin's very big to begin with.
No, she's
on her knees right now. So if I had to guess with the base, and this is a guess, although I can find the height of the statue if you want. I think this statue is probably about 38 inches, somewhere around there, 36, 38.
Mm-hmm.
This thing looks amazing. I don't really like that portrait though. I don't like this I don't like his.
It has too much human emotion.
Yeah. Right.
This is where you want the confident. You know how we always call.
I do like this. I like that human emotion. That's like.
Yeah, that's just like, oh, I'm generating on you right now.
He's destroying a planet right there. That is cool.
That's it.
Look at that face.
Yeah, that one looks really good, actually.
Yeah.
How many portraits it come with?
Got another one right there. That's 3 so far.
Oh, there you go. See, actually, yeah, because to me, everything is so nonchalant to him that I would expect something like this from him.
You got that cosmic riff kind of going around it.
Yeah.
Base looks good. It's got some mechanical or I guess you would, I don't know.
42 inches high, 15 inches deep, and 22 inches wide are the rounded numbers. So 42 high.
Damn.
Very nice.
That's a substantial.
Here is an Iron Man.
Half a Tony Stark in your house.
That's a
Technically
really
not
great
even half. He's
Not
missing
even half.
45% of Tony Stark in your house.
Dude,
That's
that's,
a great
not even
statue.
Tony Stark, dude.
That likeness is great. Like
This
they
looks amazing.
nailed that.
Yeah, this
That's
looks like
literally
a
just
production
Robert
piece.
Downey.
That's how you do a likeness.
It's literally Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
45% of it.
What would you guys say the likeness is?
Uh, 90?
90.
90 to 95, depending on the angle.
I would say about 85.
No,
Yeah,
I'll say-
I'm
I'll say
gonna
90.
add it.
There was one angle it looked better though.
Yeah, I'm going with like 80.
85.
Since Adam said 85, I'll go 84.
Yeah.
I'll say with 90.
Come on down. The price is right.
I'll let him win prices right.
All right, this is we got a low key statue coming from Hot Toys. I think
not really a statue, is it?
Marcos from
Figure.
Collector Zone is carrying this. So if you guys want to try to scoop this up, go ahead and hit Marcos from Collector Zone up. I don't know if he's got any in stock still. They usually sell pretty quick.
Just to
Low key.
clarify, I don't consider Hot Toys statues. They're figures because they have articulation.
Yo, he just schooled you, Adam. He just
Oh, did I say
educated
statue?
you.
Did I say statue? I didn't mean to.
What's up, chat? I can't read the chat. I'm on a phone.
They're
I don't know.
expensive action figures, is what they are. They
They
look great, but they're expensive action
Oh,
figures.
that looks cool. I still haven't seen this season, but this meme has been going around. with him.
I didn't care for season 1, so I haven't watched
I didn't
season
either.
Me too. That's exactly where
I'm not
I'm
a
at.
low-key
How I
fan.
want to see Loki.
I'm not
yeah,
a low-key fan. I don't really dig him like that, but
And if I
like
did, I want to see him do magician shit. I don't want him to jump through fucking space as a whatever the fuck he is.
100%. I don't need time
He's a-
cop Loki.
Are you gonna make Thanos a fucking bus driver next? You gonna make a show out of it?
this is a 10 scale Deadpool and Wolverine coming from Iron Studios.
There you go.
Got the
Iron Studios is in a very unique position, huh? They have the movie license and they can do comic stuff, I believe. Yeah, they do the X-Men comic book stuff, but then you could get like the Infinity War movie pieces, and obviously they can do this from Deadpool 2. I'm at Deadpool 3.
It's interesting, and I know it's just Deadpool, but could you ever see Wolverine carrying Deadpool like this ever?
Oh,
for any reason?
absolutely.
Yes.
I see him laying him in a bed too,
Yeah.
and they're having National Women's Day.
Yes. Deadpool's a silly character, so like he probably.
You know what? That's enough bashing the greatest Canadian superhero ever.
You guys like this suit?
No,
No.
no, not at all.
No.
Does
I
anyone
don't
really
like Hugh Jackman as Wolverine from Man On.
What?
He's too tall, too handsome, and
Hugh Jackman?
yeah.
I tell all my buddies because I always ask, well, Shane, what do you think about him as this or this? And I always say, not that Hugh Jackman did a bad job, but he wasn't the right person to be Wolverine. He's too tall. He's too good looking. That's
Absolutely.
not what Wolverine is, but that's what gets women to come to the movie because they show him with his shirt off all the time.
But people don't realize that would actually hurt the X-Men dynamic by making him so handsome, and then he became the leader. He's what most people wanted to see, and then it put other characters. It was all about Wolverine every movie he was in versus like the
They
X-Men
made
team.
Wolverine what Cyclops should be, a good leader.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, hey, he is a good
This
leader.
is
but they
what
didn't portray
brings
him.
Shane to the theaters right here. That's
Oh
what-
yeah, dog ass.
What's that supposed to mean? That doesn't even look like an ass. That looks like a belly button.
I don't know where Adam was going with that, but it was one
I
of
don't know, I was
his
just saying
fetishes out loud.
Like, I also think that Gal Gadot, I think she's a good actress, and she did all right in the part, but she wasn't the right choice for Wonder Woman. She's too skinny. She wasn't the right choice, just like Hugh Jackman wasn't the right choice for Wolverine. It doesn't fit the source material.
Yeah. I think they both made it work, but it wasn't my ideal of
made it work because of good actors.
Exactly.
Yep.
This is really nice. I really like this.
I'm not into Power Rangers. This is really nice, but I've never really been into Power Rangers. But for those who have, this is another private project that's getting worked on right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks great. Not my thing. I'm more of a Voltron guy than Power Rangers, but
Adam, that's you though. I was when we showed this.
That was fucking funny.
I was like, yo, I didn't know Adam was a Power Ranger.
Are you serious?
Congratulations.
I'm the Green Power Ranger.
Yeah, I heard you got cast after the incident.
I would jump off a cliff. I've been drinking, so I'm going to be very honest.
Oh man, I'm sorry if I'm loud. I don't know how loud I am right now.
Yeah, you're always loud.
Hey, who was saying it? It was like
fuck last week. Oh, that was so funny. The mean cripplers volume.
No.
I got the biggest mouth in the world, and then I was using this new soundboard thing on my Stream Deck, and then I didn't lower the volumes. I'm always loud, but this time my mic was at max.
Your mic is never like
loud, man. It was loud.
It's never like that, by the way. That was like the first time.
Really? Okay, so
this looks fantastic. Look at the side profile of this. This suit looks really nice. Really
it is amazing. Yeah.
You got the wrinkles in all the right spots. The physique looks good.
That's really good mixed media.
Yeah. Dude, and even this looks like the fabric that's around the neck when they put their helmet on.
Dude, if I grew up on some Power Rangers, I'm trying to find some information on this piece, dude. Like if I was Archangel, I'd be like, yo.
You got like the scaled texturing on the fabric.
Yeah, all of that as well. And this is what I mean about seeing your old suits and knowing they had less detail, but this is modernizing it in a way where it's
not losing too much from the source material.
Exactly, but you're still getting new patterns.
Yeah, it's just a situation of what's already there.
Yeah, better line work than the actual costumes. You know what I mean? It's sort of like that's dope.
Anybody saying anything in the chat there?
Walton said that Gal Gadot isn't a good actress. She's just hot. So,
where the fuck did that come from?
Well, we were talking about when I mentioned Gal Gadot being not the right cast for Wonder Woman, in my opinion. He has the dagger. Walton says Crip's a Cyclops apologist.
Hey, Walton, let me tell you a story about a guy who grew up with Cyclops in his life. I turned out very well because I had these really good role models and good inspiration. Optimus Prime, Cyclops. You turned out the way, look at the hate within you. Look at the hate within the Dark Lord Shane. Wolverine was your mentor. That's where that comes from. Get better role models. Get better heroes to look up to.
Can I ask you a question?
Absolutely not.
Are you like your role model? Are you going to cry like a whiny bitch? Are you going to sleep with your wife's twin sister and have a kid? And when your kid gets sick, are you going to walk out as he's dying and not be there for him and go?
Where do you come up with these questions, Shane? Where do you just sit around all day like, you know what? I'm going to. So,
Adam, if you knew Cyclops, you would know that those are all things Cyclops has done.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
What Cyclops did was he fell in love with somebody who he thought, because it was a clone, to be, and we all know, and we can't spoil too much, so I can't really get into the whys, but if you understand the plot, you know what happened there.
I'll give you a pass on that one. That's
okay. Okay.
But the other stuff is legit, and there's no excuse. And
he didn't walk out on his son. I can't tell you what happened there because we're going to talk about that on Wednesday, 9 p.m. EST. It's going to be a whole X-Men panel. We got
about that. So we're doing the spoiler show on Wednesday.
We're doing it on Wednesday, so make sure you watch it.
Yeah, I'll be watching.
Okay. And for the people who aren't going to catch it, don't worry. It's just going to be a good portion of this show. You could dial out and catch the replay of it. But It's going to be fun to catch it right after we just watch it, and then we can go in on it and then talk about it.
Again,
Keeson's World Collections is going to go.
If you're not watching the show, don't tune in.
Yeah, hey, that's the thing. The beautiful thing,
man, like spoilers, X-Men '97 spoilers.
Spoilers, yeah. And the beautiful thing
I'm
is,
still watching all the like X-Men from the very beginning to watch like the old school animated series, and because I forgot it all. I was a kid when I watched it, and then so I'm rewatching all of that. And when you watch it, it's kind of like you got to remember, this was made in like what, in the early '90s or late '90s.
Yeah, '93. I think.
No, but I'm ready to get to the newer stuff, but I'm just trying to get. I want to get the storylines right.
Fuck all that old stuff, dude. Just go right to the dude, old stuff was great. They did like, we'll talk more about it.
Yeah, we'll talk more about it.
But they did the Age of Apocalypse, which is we definitely want to catch that. They did the Phoenix Saga like 3 times. I think.
Yeah, I want to watch it. But all right, we got this is from Regal Robot.
What up, Regal Robot?
We got a Jar Jar Binks. These things
finally, yes.
And they seem like they sell like pretty well.
Oh yeah, that's dark.
There's going to be 2 different editions. There's going to be a signature edition, and then there's going to be another edition. I think that comes with like the art, some little bit of art sketches that comes with it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Marcos has this too. So hit him up.
There you guys. Oh yeah, Jar Jar Binks fans out there.
That's for you, Crip.
This was another cool. Like again, I like seeing this weird like cybernetic stuff. I don't even know what the hell this is, but I thought it was cool and I wanted to include it.
I don't know, but I know the anime boys has got my back. So if it's anime, that's what I'm talking about right there.
You got like this android.
Yeah, no, I do. You guys, I actually really enjoy a nice techno-organic, like almost like a flesh meets machinery.
I like that
vibe. I love that.
Cybernetics meet flesh,
why I like That's why I like X-Men. That's why I like Cable.
Yep.
I always like that aesthetic.
You see, like this spine, and she's got something plugged in, and
yeah,
looks crazy.
Kevin's in for Wednesday for the X-Men spoiler show.
That's nice. Dope. How many more slots we got?
So we mentioned it. We talked a few days ago about it, but nothing was confirmed. How many people do you want me to fill it up?
Yeah, just to have a nice. Sure. So I think I want to see if X-Men exclusive is. I'm trying to get a bunch of. I want to see if Brenton's available.
I could message X, but he was staying off of shows for like a 6-month hiatus.
But he would talk about other shows though. He said there's an exemption for a cop.
Yeah.
And
what are you guys talking
about? We're just talking about the Wednesday. Adam's always invited, but he's not going to be caught up by Wednesday. I don't.
No, I'm not.
And then I want to see if Brenton, because I'm going to be pulling up a bunch of comic book stuff and a lot of references that they did, and so it'll be cool to have people like Brenton, if he's available and stuff like that.
Shane, this was the Pulp Vixen stuff that you were talking about. I'm thinking it's a separate category. I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't say originals, but I just thought because it was a sideshow original.
Remember they had the other one with the underwater one, and then they had the other one where the lady was like squatting down and they had the stairs behind her. So I think this is part of all that line.
Okay, fair enough.
So it looks like this statue is going to be coming out.
Cool. It looks cool.
Yeah, their stuff looks pretty good. Here's another Hot Toys Darth Maul 1/6 scale. This thing is, let me tell you, this thing is amazing.
Who makes this one?
Hot Toys. Look, this is amazing, bro.
Oh man, I got a really beautiful. I think that's the one I got. It looks very similar to the one I got. If that's a new one, then they just re-released it because mine's look just.
I think it is a re-release. I think Kevin said that the other day.
Yeah, because mine's came with like that pod he drives and all of that.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one.
Yeah.
Look at it. Look.
No, this thing is the best hot toy. Dude, like when you look at it, it has the eyes that you could pose. This is the one right here.
Incredible work.
an amazing piece. People think it's a statue when they don't know the size, and I show a picture of it.
I think it looks like the actor, more like what's his name? Ray Park. Ray Park.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Man, that looks
it's
fantastic.
Crazy, dude. I don't think there was any character that made such an impact on something that's well established with no voice lines
in a short amount of time.
With the shortest amount of time.
Well, that's when they started getting real crazy with like the lightsabers, and you saw the double-sided lightsaber, at least for me, for the first time when those doors opened.
The variety,
he brought out the one side, right? And I remember in the theaters where the other side came out, and everybody was like, all the nerds were like, "Oh my god, double-sided lightsaber!" Like it was.
And then the Imperial March came on there. I meant what was the name of it? The sound.
You got the lightsabers, the light-up sabers.
Mm-hmm.
With his speeder.
No, exactly. So this is why people be like, yo, because I remember buying this. I was like, yo, I got to get this thing because I'm never going to get it again. They lied.
Man, this thing is so cool. I think it's going for like 400 something bucks.
Yeah. It is up there with, it's either my one or two hot toy that I own. It's fantastic. It is freaking awesome.
Here's another private project. This is Death Dealer. I believe this is a private project. I can't remember anymore. Yeah, I think so. Nice detail work. Armor always looks good. Look at the blood on this axe. Look at that. It's great. That's how you do blood there. That's the side profile. I don't know anybody that collects this though, but obviously somebody does because they're making it. There goes the front right there. Armor looks sick.
Looks good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
this base. Right? This base is giving me Berserk vibes.
Yeah, I think that's Elden Ring.
That's cool.
I could be wrong though.
Or is it Dark Souls?
That's what I was trying to figure out. It's either out of
with the horns, it looks like the guy from Dark Souls. I don't know his name, but I see him on cover art.
Yeah, he's you. He's a silent protagonist.
This is from Weta. I don't know the character's name. It's Lord or King something from Lord of the Rings. I'm not a big Lord of the Rings.
Oh, that's
Boromir?
No, not Boromir.
King something.
Not Boromir. There's Boromir.
Father. Or not his father. Fucking the king of. Oh, what's his name? The king of the Rohirrim. Jesus, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's gonna bug me. It'll come to me. Someone in the chat will tell me, or it'll come to me if I don't think about it.
I can't see.
Great details here. Weta always kills it.
Yeah, what is great.
Yo, like for this room, I'm actually really that's high up there on the, especially after seeing the cave troll and stuff. Like theming it as Lord of the Rings.
Here's the size of it.
Yeah, man, that's sick, dude. Terminator will be great too. Like there's so many good options when you're thinking about movie pieces.
Mm-hmm.
We touched on this one a little bit. Mm-hmm. This new Star Wars Mace Windu premium format.
Man,
that's a nice size to it. How do you guys feel about the mixed media, Shane? I know what Shane's probably going to say.
I hate it, but I think this is posed really well. Like I think this looks good. But the fact that it's mixed media, I would never buy it. Even if I wanted a Mace Windu, which I don't. I think he's a cool character. And I think Sideshow did very well. But all that mixed media, I could never do it. I would never buy any statue with that much mixed media, regardless of who it is.
I can't really talk about it.
I think the likeness is about 85%. I think the pose is the best pose.
Yeah.
Yes.
I love the pose. I think the pose is a 10 out of 10. I like the base. It's a great statue.
It is. It's cool. And the way they
talked
posed it with the sway looks fantastic.
Yeah. I'm actually on the fence. I'm actually on the fence
Chris.
about this piece. No, I'm actually on the fence about it. I do really, really, really like it. The mixed media is throwing me off though, but I'm a hot. I started off with hot toys, so it doesn't bother me too much. But I really wish they proved that they can do some fantastic sculpting when it comes to capes, robes, and flow. So I don't know why. I give that about an 82%, but it's
Shane,
good enough.
what's the likeness? What do you give the likeness, Shane?
It's hard because straight on it's not as, but from the angle it looks better.
Yeah.
You know, overall I give it in between. I give it probably about an 80, 85.
Yeah. What a great
it looks
piece.
good. And again, 85 for a movie piece I think is acceptable if you're paying, $700, $800, $600. If you're paying $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, I'm expecting 99% or higher for that kind of price tag.
I think you nailed it. I think Sideshow is going to price this where the likeness is going to be more than enough to sell.
I would say this is not going to be more than $825. I'll say somewhere between $725 and $825.
Yeah. And if they do that, because now you're messing with mixed media and stuff like that, so I'm not even trying to hear $1,000 for this piece.
I'll say about 800 ES. 800 ES, 800 price tag, pretty much is what I'm thinking around there.
It looks like he's looking at your shoes when you walked into his house.
Mm-hmm. I said it on Wednesday. It looks like he's doing a shtick from Pulp Fiction, where I'll bring down furious vengeance on thee, or whatever he said. That's what I picture.
For the Republic, motherfucker.
Say what one more time, motherfucker. Say what one more time.
Say what one more time.
I dare you. Fucking great. That movie's so good.
Yeah, I like everything about this statue. I think I might be going more towards the Sith stuff though. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah, he is the most badass Jedi sword skill or saber skill. He has the best saber skills.
As far as Jedi go, I like Mace one of the best.
Me too.
He's one of my favorite Jedi, and I'm a guy who doesn't really care. I don't hate all Jedi. I think they're Jedi the way they. I hate good guys that refuse to kill people who they know are just going to hurt other people, and they just it's not right. Well, you're saving lives. Stop being a fucking pussy.
That's fair. I'm glad you said that. I thought you was gonna say, because I thought all Jedi, to be a good Darth Sith, you got to get empowered by that rage, So that's why
that does anger me that they don't do what they need to do.
There you go. I like that.
So Crunchy Collectibles makes a good point. I hate cloth capes, the mixed media capes. It just gets dirty and you have to pose it.
It gets dusty and I don't know. I also
it's coarse. It gets everywhere.
I feel personally when I look at a lot of mixed media on a statue, it has more of a dull feel to it than a statue feel for me. And that's why when I look at it, I've seen mixed media pieces in person at buddies' houses and in stores. And when I look at it, the sculpt could be great. The pose of the cape or cloak could be great. And I feel like it's a doll. I want to pick it up and change the clothes.
Yeah.
That's how I feel with mixed media. And that's why I don't like mixed media, because I feel it cheapens the statue for me.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Hernandez says, does it look like a bitch?
Oh, Jesse. Shout out to Jesse.
I'm just trying to see if there's anybody saying anything else.
No, not really. I've been on it.
Nah. Okay. Yeah, that's all I got for today, guys. It's Mother's Day, so happy Mother's Day again to all the mothers that are out there. If there's no mothers watching, let your mothers know.
Yeah, go right now and tell your mom and say thank you for birthing me.
Tell your mom.
Smooth right out the
I
canal.
said, happy Mother's Day.
Yeah. If you guys could do it all over, would you like to be conscious and aware and remember the path out of your mom?
Why? Are you fucking for real?
I don't even want to talk about
that. Want to remember that?
I don't even want to talk about that.
I don't even pretend that's where I came from.
For history's sake.
No. Not like that.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah. But what do you guys got planned for today?
You're such a fucking weirdo.
Crip is like, hey, this is not Wednesday, Crip. This is not Wednesdays.
Crip, I have to really keep it down on Sunday. Stop. You're going to amp me up.
My bad.
He
Adam
said,
yells at me all the time.
Hey, anybody who's want to do a home theater, make sure you guys see how you got, even the ceiling got to be dark. It doesn't have to be black. But if I cut this light, I was just looking and I looked up and I was like, oh, that's right. I painted black. Because somebody mentioned when I was talking to him on another show, like, do you even have the ceilings dark? It was like, yep. Because when everything is off, you can't see anything. That's why I got those black out there. It just gets so black and all you just see is
let me see how those stairs look one more time again. So the stairs, where's the door? Let me see the door.
I don't know if you can see the stairs right now.
How did you elevate that though? Like
right here?
Did you go into the foundation? Did you?
No, it's just wood. So you just build a platform and then you do soundproof.
The wood came up, right? But how does it meet the door? Because the door was sitting where it was at already.
Oh, so right? the door is over here, right? Yeah. Look at my daughter's over there playing.
No, I know what he's asking you. And Adam, what he did was, it was a really big room that had a high ceiling. And then he just built it up and then had that door installed there. Like he had that custom built to look like that.
Are there stairs on the other side of that door?
No. Oh, yeah. The stairs that go down.
I see the stairs go down.
I'm trying to figure out the elevation. Did he go into his foundation or did he build like you go up the stairs?
I built up. So like this is the real right here. I don't know. I can't see because let me see if I can do it this way. No.
I'm just being really nosy.
Yeah. No, so this floor right here, and then you see how, I don't know if you can see it.
You can't really see. That's all right. That's all right.
Let me try and flip the camera. Did that work?
Can I see, let me just do this. Can I see the other side of the door on the floor?
Yeah.
I want to see the other side of the door on the floor. Okay. I don't need to see the whole room. I just need to see the other side of the door on the floor.
I don't know if you can see this. I suck with these cameras. So this is the other side of the door.
Where's the door at? Show me the door.
So there's a Hot Toys. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Okay. So it goes up already. I see. Okay. Yeah. And then you built it up.
And then here.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you got the whole step right there.
Yeah, you were thinking this was a basement, Adam, right?
Yeah, I wasn't. I was trying
this
to
is on the upstairs. Yeah,
that's why Adam was like, "Did you build into the foundation?" He didn't understand. He thought it was a basement.
Oh no! So the ceilings was already high, so I was able to lift up more, and then bring it back down. So you go up, and then you go back down to the first.
So nice guy gets the point. He added a taller platform to the room. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then just redid the framing and everything. Bro, yeah, if I was better with the camera.
Just tell me this. Was it over or under this?
Over and under what?
Like everything in there.
That amount.
Oh.
Over or under this? That's all you got to say.
Just for that? Just for the thing?
No, for the room. For the room.
Everything.
Oh, for everything the room is over. The audio equipment alone doesn't cover that.
Okay. My man.
Tripper, let me ask you a question, honestly. Yeah. Do you have bricks in your driveway that match your bricks in your house? Yes or no?
Yeah, he's got he's got bricks in his driveway.
You got fucking bricks, don't you? You're dripping bricks.
You got bricks. You got bricks.
This fucker's dripping bricks.
I got
his whole driveway bricks.
Shrubbery.
Like, I have our bricks. No. Everything's bricks. Gold bricks in his driveway.
I can't confirm nor deny if I have bricks in my.
If you don't have a theater room in your house, then you're one of these.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's really nice now. But what I'm planning to do here, I can't wait to share with you guys. It's gonna be crazy. Now that I have the collecting mindset and also the screen mindset, because believe it or not, well, not believe it or not, it's a good sized room. But I wish it would, if it was bigger. Oh my goodness! But because there's people that go super crazy. Like this is just light work, chum. But a lot of the room money went into the audio equipment. Like if I wanted to reduce, anybody could do it. If I wanted to reduce the quality of the speakers and stuff like that, you could do this easily.
Fair enough.
Well, guys, I'm going to wrap up the show right here. Crip, I appreciate you giving us today's show was like customs, pictures, live theater tour.
We're going to have to talk about how you got in here. How'd you get by security and get on our show?
Yeah, man. I got.
KFET.
Have you ever thought KFET is working for me?
Must be KFET. Hey, shout out to my boy KFET. I know he's with his family. Shout out to KFET, man. Yeah, so we're going to end the show right here, guys. I appreciate you guys joining us today. I appreciate everybody that joins us every other week. I know that we went to every other week. And yeah, I'm going to get back to making videos again. I had a couple people, well, 3 people, ask me about why am I not making reviews and stuff like that. And it's only because, you know, starting a business takes a lot. And when you work full time and you start a business, you have like 0 time. So I'll get back to the videos eventually, but I look forward to seeing everybody at StatueCon.
StatueCon, baby.
So I can't wait to meet Grip, my man, and Shane for the first time. The Dark Lord will be there.
Yo, so, us 3 will be up in that spot.
Yeah.
Having mad fun.
Are you guys going to the dinner? Are you going to the dinner, Crip?
I'm going to one dinner, and I'm undecided on what I wanted to talk to you backstage about is more of the content plan of like, or do you want to plan some shows together for each of us and all that good stuff?
Yeah, we'll actually talk about that backstage because I'm glad you brought that up because I was thinking about that. So, but you guys got anything else?
Nope.
Hey. No, thank you for having me. It's always a blast. I was making biscuits, sausage, and then cutting onions and spinach. And now the girls are doing their part. Nice. And so as soon as I get the call, brunch time.
That's Shane's favorite. Sausage.
All right. Oh, yeah, Shane's a sausage dude. I'm scared to go out there, dude. I might come back a different person, dude. I'm sharing a room with this dude. If something happened to me, yo, Shane did it.
Hey, another thing is, if Nice Guy's still in the comments or in the chat, big shout out to Nice Guy. Basically, you know, he picks up the slack for me in the Facebook group. So we appreciate everything you do for our Facebook group, Nice Guy.
Dang, you got Nice Guy and I got Walton. Look at the difference.
No, we got Walton too, unfortunately.
I did not write this. So, Shane, what are you doing writing?
That's not me.
He does the same thing for mine. He'd be like,
he does it all the time.
Before you guys slander me any worse,
I think we lose more.
Everyone knows I didn't write this because I wouldn't have said please.
Oh, please.
That's bullshit. Why don't you own it, Adam? Own it for once. This is the real Adam right here. Get it or don't come back.
I tell you, he's getting better.
Nice guy. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate everything you do. I see it. So, guys, enjoy the rest of your day with your moms. And remember, if you can't see your mom or you're far away from her, hit her up. In all seriousness, hit her up. Tell her you appreciate her.
Just ask her for some money or something. They always like that.
Tell her I said hi. We were just talking over the phone.
Call your mom, tell her you love her, and ask her for statue money.
Only if Mr. X was here, he'd drop a whole bunch of mom jokes. I love watching his videos. He's like, yeah, and if you don't like my opinion, ask your mom because I know she loves my opinion. So like,
he doesn't.
Mr.
Really
X is so down to earth, dude. Like he's a treat.
I can't wait to meet him.
He's raw, and that's why I love it.
Yeah.
It's raw. It's just honest and raw, and I love it. That's how it should be.
Shane likes it raw. All right, guys.
Baby, I like it raw.
We're gonna find out Friday and Saturday, Trip.
Help me, dude. I'm already writing my memoir.
Trip.
Stop, yo. Adam, what are you saying that?
Thank you guys for joining the Collector's Table Live, where every collector has a seat. Thanks, guys.
Woo.
Thanks for joining us.